Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's soccer match. The Westland Wildcats versus the Miami Springs Hawks. So right now we have the Wildcats on the left side of the field and the Hawks on the right side of the field. The Hawks will be shooting towards the left and the Wildcats will be shooting towards the right. As you can see on the field, number 4, right in front of you, is Mayeli Estrada, our captain. She is a co-captain with, I think, another senior. That is number 8, Ashley Torralbas. And that's the kickoff. So right now Miami Springs has the ball. Miami Springs keeps tossing it back towards their side. Mayeli charging for that ball. Mayeli right now with the lead of the ball. She lost it now to Angie Tarabas, number 2. As we're positioned, the camera is not really good to see for the right side of the field, but we can still see, I can still see it. So right now, the Miami Springs has the ball with number 6 chasing the ball with her. Number 8, and Ashley Tarabas has the ball right now, passing it, trying to hurl that ball back to there. Now, right now, Isabella, number 17, has the ball, giving it to Mayeli, number 4. But Mayeli was interrupted by a Miami Springs player hitting her. So it got passed to a Miami Springs player. Now number 8, Ashley, is trying to fight for that ball. Right now, number 14 trying to get that ball, but the ball made an out. Right now, the Wildcats have the ball. Really close to the goal. Number 20, Kiana, kicking it out. Number 2, Angie, also kicking it out further, but it gets stopped by Springs player. And right now it's just going back and forth in between both teams. Sam, our goalie, gets the ball into her hands. And she kicks the ball to about almost midfield. So right now Mayeli with the ball, but makes it out. So the ball is given to Springs. Springs passes it with number 11 attacking it really good. With number 8 also. She almost tripping with trying to get into another player, but the ball is made out. The ball is a Wildcat ball, so Ashley, number 18, Isabella, number 18, tosses it. And she keeps tossing it. Right now, 14, Stephanie has the ball. Got lost with another Springs player. But Angie, number 2, is coming for it. Right now, Springs tosses the ball in to play with the Waka player hitting it back. Right now, Kiana tossing it back to Wildcats to get it out of their area. Ball keeps going close and closer to the Wildcat. They need to go shoot in. Right now, Mayeli's having a struggle trying to get that ball. But the goalie gets the ball from Springs and is going to kick it. She kicks it about midfield. Number 9 attacking the ball from Springs, but Sam, our goalie, gets that ball in time. Right now, Sam is going to kick that ball to where Isabella was, but it gets headbutted by a Springs player. As we hear both coaches telling their players the next moves. Ashley getting stopped by a Springs player, but her sister Angie is getting the ball now. Away from number 16, which is a very strong player from the Springs. Mayeli meeting her up, but gets stopped by Springs and now is taken back by Springs. Evelyn, number 11, makes the kick it out, so the ball will stop. Angie hustles the ball in towards Mayeli. Mayeli trying to get that ball. But it seems like she's just going back and forth while Springs is kicking it around her like monkey in the middle. Evelyn, number 11, is trying to hit that ball the other way. Passing it to Angie, number 2. Number 10 from Springs, visibly pushing number 2, Angie. So the ball is given to the Wildcats. So number 4, Mayeli, will kick it off. She does a nice kick towards Stephanie, but gets stopped by number 3 from Springs. It is still a Wildcat ball, so Mayeli's going to toss it in towards Stephanie and Angie. Trying to get a goal here. Stephanie chasing that ball away from Springs. Stephanie almost tripping, and she does. Whistles were blown. So number 8, Ashley, will be kicking it off. She kicks it, but kicks it right into the goalie's hands. Goalie kicks that ball, does a very bad kick, so Angie's on the way to get it, number 2. Miley's on her way too, but gets past the Spring player. Isabella stopping that ball from going the other direction and kicking it back to Mayeli, but Mayeli wasn't able to get hold of it. So now a Springs player has it. With Sam catching it right in her hands. Sam kicking that ball, but gets stopped by Springs player again. Now back to the goalie's hands. Sam kicks it again. Now this time towards Mayeli. Gets headbutted by a Springs player. With Ashley and Angie trying to get it out. So the ball goes out. Right now the ball is Springs' ball, but Wildcats are really following him right there. See lots of Wildcat dots. Looks like number 16 and number 10 are very fierce from the Springs. They play very well. So Sam, our goalie, will be kicking it in. Kicks it in towards Maeli. Maeli doing a nice kick up top so that Springs doesn't stop that ball. Ooh. Whistles are blown before number 2, Angie, had fallen. But the ball is still Wildcat ball, so Maeli, number 4, will kick it in. Miley kicks it to Ashley, but it misses her and gives it to a Spring player. So Kiana trying to get that ball, and also Gisela. But number 4 from Springs is running that ball down the middle of the field. But number 4 trips on that ball and lets it get into the hands of a Wildcat. Number 10 doing a nice curved kick towards the goal, but gets stopped by Sam's hands. And Sam kicks the ball. Maeli being right there in the center of action. Springs really missing those turn kicks to try to get the ball to turn the other direction. But the ball gets out because the Springs player kicked it out. So the ball right now in between 3 Wildcats and 4 Springs. So the Wildcats do make a goal. It looks like number 2, Angie Tarabas, made that goal into the goal.
Let's go, Angie!
Like she said. So now the goalie will kick it. Excuse me, we'll reset to the middle. Springs does a nice long pass towards right in front of Kiana. Kiana passes it back out. 2 Springs players bump into each other and make the ball go out. So number 17, Isabella, does a toss in towards Stephanie and Maeli. Maeli getting a charge on that ball. And now Angie getting in that mix. Whistles were blown, so that pass looks like a great pass to me. Can it continue? Spring kicks the ball out, so number 8, Ashley was trying to get that ball back, but misses the ball. Nicole, number 44, getting it in. Number 8, Ashley trying to headbutt it, but gets body slammed a little bit with the Springs player. So, but it went into Maeli's hands, but then get lost by a Springs player. Now we're at another Springs player having the ball. To now Maeli almost having control. Isabella, number 17, giving good pressure to kick that ball away so that Mayeli and Stephanie can continue that ball's journey to the goal, but gets stopped by a Springs player. Number 6 was trying to get that ball, but couldn't, so the ball is out. So Mayeli kicked the ball up. Now Springs player has it. Springs kicks it towards the middle, and number 4 from Springs running that ball. Ooh, trying to slide that ball towards the left, but slides on herself instead to the ground. It is a Wildcat ball. So look. So number 44, Nicole, was going to toss it in, but it is now getting switched with number 5. Gets switched to number 5, Samantha. So it looks like number 17, Isabella, tosses it in. Mayeli headbutts it up to continue the ball's journey. Stephanie right now at the lead of the ball, but gets lost and out. So, again, Isabella goes again. Right now just was close clear, but then a Springs player hits it. So it's an out again. Guys, let me know if you have any questions on anything right now. Right now the score is 1-0. Wildcats having 1. Right now Springs will be tossing it in. Kiana charging that ball back after Mayeli could not get that ball. Now Mayeli getting that ball, kicked towards the goal. Angie trying to run for that ball. Walk up now. Mayeli tosses it in towards Ashley, number 8, but it gets hit out by a Springs player. So now we're at the goal where the goalie from Springs, Miami Springs, kicks it towards the side. The ball being kicked out of the goalie's box. So number 8, Ashley, getting handle of the ball. So now Springs handling the ball. Gisela stops that ball's tracks. Right now, Springs having the ball lead, but then gets stopped and gets tripped by it. Now Isabella has it to passing it to Mayeli, number 4. So right now, Ashley having control of that ball. So right now, Springs has control of that ball, running it and running it and running it. Hopefully Samantha can stop it, but it was outside, so no need to stop. Right now there is a small water break. There is a poll of guys if you want to vote. Who do you think will win today's game, the Wildcats or the Hawks? Put your bets in now. So players are now getting back on the field. So with the game started now, Ashley, number 8, has the ball, but gets stopped by Springs. So Springs right now has the ball. The ball looked like it was going to head into the goal, but goes slightly over the top of the goal. So no goal there for the Springs. So right now our goalie, Sam, instead our captain, Mayeli, number 4, will kick it in. She kicks it to number 17, Isabella. Isabella kind of doing a little fall there, but it's right back up in action. Passing it towards the middle. Number 2, Angie, trying to get that ball, but getting stopped a little bit by Springs. Right now, Springs has the ball, trying to go around all these Wildcats. But the ball goes out right next to where Sam, the goalie, is. Ashley will be kicking in the ball. Ashley doing a nice kick to Miley, but curves a little bit towards Ashley's right, so Miley wasn't able to and makes it out. Right now, Spring having the ball, cutting a little bit of corners between Wildcats, but Wildcats grouping up to get that ball away from Springs. Right now the ball is out and Springs will be tossing it in. Right now, Angie having the ball but just loses control right now. Ashley, her sister, trying to get that ball back. Right now, Samantha, number 5, kicking it out. Gets stopped by a player but does not stop the ball. Angie rushing that ball towards the goalie but gets stopped by the goalie in her hands. The ball is passed back into the playing field by the Springs goalie. Ashley stopping the ball with a nice kick. Isabel, number 17, passing it in towards Mayeli. Mayeli right now having it. Stephanie chasing for that ball, but Springs player kicks it out. So right now, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a corner kick. A pass, by Mayeli. Mayeli passing it to her nice Wildcat ladies. Getting stopped a little bit by Springs, but it's still standing. But the ball does get passed to the Springs goalie. The Springs goalie kicks it in. A nice, kind of a soft kick towards the middle of the field. With number 16 running that ball from Springs. And it gets stopped. Number 16's ball from Springs gets stopped by, again, our lovely goalie, Sam. Sam does a kick to Angie. But the ball does get out. The ball being a Springs ball now. Springs will pass it in. Kiana kicking it out away from number 16 from Springs. Number 6 chasing that ball. But to end up in Springs' hands and to be out. Springs kicking it back, but Ashley's on that ball. But the ball gets passed towards the goalie, Sam, but Sam picks it up with her hands. Sam kicking that ball towards Samantha and Mayeli. Number 3 from Springs kicks it just straight up and gets back to now where Ashley is, trying to headbutt it. Sam rushing for that ball in her box, gets it, and will likely kick it in. Sam kicks it in towards Mayeli and Isabella. But gets stopped by Springs. Springs kicking it. Sam was trying to run for that ball to grab it, but touches it by accident, or it could have been an out. So it looks like there will be a corner kick for Springs. Number 5 blocks that ball. Number 8, Ashley, will kick it in. So Ashley does kick it in towards Mayeli. Mayeli having that ball, passing it towards Stephanie. But right before Stephanie can get it, it was an out. Thank you for the person who did vote. Yes, we'd like to have that spirit of the Wildcats winning today, but we never know. So let's see and wait. If you want to at yourself in the chat, you're more welcome to do so for the person who voted. Right now, Spring having the ball. Gisela stopping that ball, giving it to Kiana, but passing it back to Springs. Then giving it to Angie, number 2. Angie running that ball, running it, and running it. Right now with an empty play field, he's going to kick it in, but gets stopped by the Springs goalie. So right now the Springs has the ball, gets stopped by Ashley, number 8. Giving it past to her sister, number 2, Angie. Number 5, Samantha. Having the eye on the ball right now. But it looked like the ball went out. So, looks like the Wildcats will pass it in. And then another out, making it the Springs pass in. Springs passes it in. It gets headbutted by number 11. Right now, number 8, Ashley has it. To Angie, her sister. To Mayeli, number 4. To be kicked by a little bit by Springs player, so the goalie can kick it back. Ashley losing control of that ball. So is Isabella. And the ball leading to an out. Right now, Springs having it, passing it horizontally, but missing both the Springs and the Wildcat player. And then again, missing it and making it out. Number 11 passes it in towards Mayeli. Number 6 kicks it up to Samantha. Number 5. Kiana stops number 10 from Springs to give it to Mayeli. Springs kicking that ball. Springs kicking it out with a high kick, and it goes over Samantha's head, Sam's head, and makes it in. So the score right now is 1-1. That was a very big blow for the Wildcats because that was an easy pass to hold and stop, but wasn't. So the Wildcats start off, giving it to Mayeli. Mayeli, then passing it back to Stephanie. Passing it to Gisela, then passing it to Samantha. Passing it to Mayeli. Again, back to number 10 from Springs. Ashley on that ball. Giving it to Sam, then back to Ashley. Springs kicking that out. Miley having that ball, tossing it in. Stephanie trying to run for that ball, but misses it. So Angie trying to turn that ball around. Isabella whistle being blown. The ball now being a Wildcat ball. Mayeli, number 4, will pass it in. Ashley trying to get that ball. Stephanie running back for that ball. Giving it to Mayeli. Isabella trying to run for that ball before the goalie gets it. Tossing it out so we can make a turnaround. Giving it to number 5, Samantha. To 14, Stephanie. 2 Springs. Now making it turn around and go in their favor. Now Isabella has the ball, passing it to Angie. Angie's trying to run for that ball, but gets stopped by the goalie. Looks like there's a hold.
Go, Shania! Yo, Shania, you better score a goal, bro.
Looks like a false start. Now the goalie can kick it in. Right now Springs tossing it into the air. Isabella trying to stop that to go to Angie. But Angie couldn't stop it. Neither was her sister. So right now it's running to 16. 16 running for that goal. And it is out. Wildcats will be switching players. Stephanie, number 14, will be coming out for number, looks like number 13. Look, another person here. Now we're 50-50 on our vote. Let's see. Let's see. Right now the score is 1-1. Could be either or today. Right now Springs having that ball. A Wildcat player kicks it out. So Springs will be passing it in. So Springs tosses it in, but it looks like maybe it was a false start. So the ball is given to the Wildcats. Isabella tosses it in. Isabella passing it to number 6. But then Springs gets it and does a nice kick across the field. And that looks like that is the end of the quarter. So we shall wait now and see what goes on. So right now we have 3 people voted, and it looks like our Hawks vote is in the lead. Let's see if this is true. Hopefully this is true. Tell your friends to join the stream. It's lots of fun. We're going to do more polls like this. Let me know in the chat, since we do have some break time now, what your favorite sport is. Let me know. If it's soccer, like this game right here, or maybe baseball, maybe volleyball, maybe football, or no. Let me know.
Karen, Karen, you done with dance? At Kmart?
So we're back in action. Springs being on the left and the Wildcats being on the right. The Wildcats will have the ball first, starting off. Isabella does a nice kick out. Springs does a headbutt. Ashley missing the ball. Samantha getting it with her hands. Sam tosses it to Mayeli, number 4. Trying to go around the Springs player. The Springs player kicks it out. Mayeli tosses it in to Samantha. Samantha having it as clear as day. But Springs goalie gets it and kicks it. Isabella charging for that ball. Right now, Angie's trying to run that ball. Jasmine stops that ball, but keeps going. Something stopped there, whistles are blown. Not really good at soccer, but we continue. Number 4, Mally, will be kicking it in. We'll continue to kick it in. Doing a nice kick, but right into Springs player. Springs giving it back to midfield. Right now, Springs tossing it in right into Angie's chest, but Angie's chest makes it go out. So Springs again will toss it in. Angie trying to headbutt it in, but goes above her head and out. So right now, number 4 is trying to rush that ball so they can get it into the goal. Sam stopping that ball, even though it could have been out because it was on the outside of the goalpost. Sam kicks it. Number 4 from the Springs rushes right in front of Kiana. Whistles are blown. So right now, Ashley having the ball, giving it to number 6. Right now, clear space for Angie to go and go. and go. Hopefully she can kick it in, but misses it a little bit, and it's to the left of the goal post. But she's still happy-go-lucky and continues on. So it looks like the goalie from Springs will kick it. So Mayeli gets that ball right to her, but it goes right into goalie's hands. So the goalie kicks it to Isabella. Isabella getting it right in to the goal, just like Springs did to us, the Wildcats. So now the score is 2-1. And just in time for another vote. Thank you for the next person who voted on the chat, making the who will win score even split. So number 6, Jasmine, will be replaced by number 14, Stephanie. So it springs the ball. Stephanie running for that ball before anything could happen, but something does happen and gives it to another Springs player. Springs doing nice long kicks, with Sam getting them just in time. Sam tosses it in towards Mayeli. Right now Mayeli at the forefront of this ball. With Springs making the ball go out. So multiple changes with the Wildcats. Number 13 and number 5 will be switching with number 23, Amanda, and number 3. So Mayeli kicks it in right before 11's hands, but Sam's got it, and she got it in her hands. Right now, Sam is going to kick it in. Kicks it in right towards Mayeli. Mayeli passing it to Angie, but Angie wasn't able to have enough time to pull it back in, and it makes it go out. So Springs tosses it in, with Springs having the ball right now. Amanda tossing it out. Springs doing a hard kick, but Isabella does one harder, with Angie rushing for that ball. She's rushing, she's rushing, she's rushing, and almost is unstopped, but does get stopped by the goalie. The goalie just tosses it in, and number 3 passes it to number 4, which would have not got in because it was on the outside of the goal post. But regardless. Springs goalie will be kicking it in. Kicks it right in front of Mayeli. So it goes right in front of Isabella. Isabella trying to rush for that ball. Isabella making it out so that she can be closer to the ball. Isabella having that ball. but makes it out. The ball given to Miami. Miami makes it out. I know, potential. Springs tossing it in. With Amanda chasing that ball, trying to turn it around. With Sam swooping it up into her hands. Miley trying to run for that ball. So is number 3. Number 11 kicks that ball. Kicking it out, though, but gets it closer to the Wildcat goal. A nice headbutt from number 11, but sadly gives it out. So it is Springs ball. It is still a Wildcat ball, so Isabella runs for it and tosses it towards Ashley. Ashley doing a headbutt up, but Spring kicks it. So number 3 kicks it. And Angie trying to rush for that ball. Gisela stops that rushing to the opposite direction, and again. Amanda stopping it with a nice long kick. Number 2, Angie is passing it with literally nobody in front of her. But the Springs player does catch up to her and stops it. Ashley has it again for number 3 to now have it, but number 3 loses control. Ashley comes in again to get that control back. Passing it to Stephanie, then to Ashley, but Ashley kicks it a little bit too far and it goes right into the goalie's hands instead of her being able to kick it again. Right now, Angie having the ball but making it out.
Hello, this is Miss Espinosa. Hi, this is Miss Espinosa, and I am taking over commenting duties from our Quill and Scroll president, Javier. All right. Looks like the Wildcats have a corner kick. That looks like Ashley Tarabas. All right, Hawks have the ball. But looks like we took it. And there goes Ashley. All right, let's see if the Wildcats can get that ball. Ashley has control of the ball. And now it's with Mayeli. It's getting a little rough on the field. All right, let's see. That is Stephanie with the ball. Yes. Now, Miami Springs kicked it back. Ooh. And Isabella kicked it back towards the goal. All right, Miami Springs is doing a substitution. Miami Springs is substituting number 6 for number 8. And the ball is in play again. All right. All right, Miami Springs has the ball. It gets past Isabella, past Ashley. Let's see if Amanda grabs the ball. No, past Amanda. And went out of my field of view. So Miami Springs still has the ball. They go around Amanda. And they are going for the goal, and they score. So the score is now 2-2. All right, that was another goal from Miami Springs. The game is now 2-2. All right, Wildcats have the ball. Stephanie kicks it. Mayeli receives it. Back to Stephanie. Miami Springs takes it. Mayeli kicks it. And the ball is out on Miami Springs, I believe. All right, Mayeli's getting ready to throw the ball in. All right, right now we are tied 2-2. All right, Miami Springs is going to kick the ball. And let's see, Mayeli receives it. Back to Miami Springs. Stephanie tries but doesn't grab the ball. And the ball is out of bounds. It will now be our ball. Westland ball. All right, Mayeli's going to throw the ball in. And the ball is now in play. All right, Ashley has it. Miami Springs took it over. Let's see if Ashley can take that ball. Like to say hello to Naeem and Jesus, my students who are here watching the game live. I will be commentating on basketball. Good. All right, let's see. Miami Springs is going towards the goal. And Samantha, our goalie, is able to stop the ball. She stopped the ball. Great play by Samantha. All right, ball's back in play. And let's see, Mayeli after it, number 3. Miami Springs has the ball. And there you go. The ladies from Miami Springs have control of the ball. They got a pretty long way to bring it back to goal. All right, looks like Angie is going to be throwing the ball back into play. And Mayeli receives it, and Miami Springs takes it. All right, Miami Springs charging towards their side of the field. And Amanda Besanilla kicks it back. Let's see. Oh, Isabela has the ball now. All right, Miami Springs. Here comes Angie. They are fighting for that ball. All right, Miami Springs headed towards their goal. Amanda, let's see if she can grab it. All right, Miami Springs, let's see. And Samantha, our goalie, stops the ball. All right, we got Ashley going towards goal, and Westland makes it. Goal for Ashley Taralbas. The score is now 3-2. That was an amazing play by Miss Angie. That was Ashley. Sorry, Ashley. Amazing play by Ashley Taralbas. And we're now in water break. All right, water break is over. We're back in the game. It is Miami Springs ball. And there we go. Ball is in play. All right. Mayeli tries to steal that. Passes Isabela. Goes towards Ashley. Kiana kicks it out. Kiana's down. They blow a whistle. All right, let's see. Mayeli's going to kick the ball back into play. And they hit the ref. I don't think you're supposed to do that in soccer. They hit the ref with the ball. All right, ref is grabbing the ball. Oh, they let it drop. And Mayeli is going to kick it back into play. There you go. All right, everybody after the ball. Out of bounds. All right, Miami Springs goalie has the ball. And they blow the whistle. All right. Don't know much about soccer. I don't know why they keep blowing the whistle. But it looks like Miami Springs has the ball, but Coach Izquierdo is not happy. Not sure what's going on. Coach Izquierdo is not happy.
We do not know how many minutes are left in the game, Islam, so be patient.
We are winning this game. All right, it's a Wildcat ball. All right. Miami Springs is throwing the ball back on the field. And Isabela kicked it. All right. Miami Springs after. Stephanie grabs the ball. Let's see what Stephanie can do. All right. Ball is out of bounds on Stephanie. But it is closer to our goal. So let's see if we can make in another one. All right. Oh. Miami Springs got the ball. They're charging towards the other side. Kick the ball out of bounds. All right. They're out of our field of view. Okay, there it is. Ball's into play. Ashley has the ball. All right, Miami Springs gonna throw it back in. All right, there you go. Mayeli grabs the ball and kicks it back out. All right, Miami Springs gonna throw the ball back in. All right, back. All right, ball's in play. So let's see. Stephanie is charging towards the goal. Let's see if she can get it through. And Miami Springs goalie grabs the ball. All right, that was a good charge towards the goal. Referee has the ball. Looks like there's an injured Miami Springs player. Okay. Miami Springs is replacing number 2 with number 11. Number 2 seems to be injured. All right, Miami Springs goalie has the ball, puts it into play. And Mayeli misses it by a little, but Isabela picks it up. All right, Ashley has the ball. Mayeli now has the ball. All right. And looks like Ashley's going to be kicking the ball. Let's see. And she narrowly misses. But it was a good try. All right, Miami Springs has the ball. But Stephanie's not far behind. All right. Ball is out. Westland throws it back in. Ashley has it. Goes to Angie. And Angie is not letting that ball go easy. All right. Miami Springs kicks it. Let's see if number 7 and can't see the number. Oh. It looks like Sam was able to stop the play. I don't think there's much more time left in the game. It should be finishing soon, so let's see what happens in these last few minutes of our game. All right, Mayeli has possession of the ball. She kicks it. Isabela receives it. Miami Springs takes it. Oh, Miami Springs kicks it out from under Angie. All right. Number 8 from Miami Springs grabs the ball. But Ashley is able to steal it. All right, there goes Isabela, grabs the ball. And now number 3. All right, a whistle is blown. And a yellow card has been given to number 8 from Miami Springs. All right. Looks like Miami Springs lost number 8 due to that yellow card. All right. Miami Springs is bringing in number 12. However, looks like they are going to be one man down as they have number 4 injured. Number 4 is also injured. Oh, looks like she may be walking it off. She's walking it off. All right. All right, let's see. All right, ball's back in play. Mayeli's going to kick it. And Stephanie receives it. Isabela takes it. Angie goes towards goal. And the whistle is blown. All right, Miami Springs has the ball. Besanilla tries to take it. Oh, Besanilla's right after that ball. All right, it goes to, is that Angie or Ashley? That is Ashley. All right, Besanilla's like, nope, that ball's gonna go to Westland. Mayeli has possession. Out of bounds. All right. Isabela grabs the ball. And again, they blow the whistle. They set offsides. All right, according to Coach Izquierdo, there's 5 more minutes left in the game. 5 more minutes. Okay, let's see what we can do. Besanilla grabs that ball. Number 7 grabs it. Besanilla has it. Oh, number 4 from Miami Springs takes that. And there you go. Isabela kicks it. And Angie is on the trail. Let's see what can... Oh, the goal from Miami Springs grabs that ball and kills the play. She kills the play. All right. Oh, we have an injured player again on the field. All right. Looks like we are replacing number 4. Number 4 from Miami Springs is out. And number 8 is back in the game. Number 8 from Miami Springs is back in the game. All right. There we go. Number 10, Miami Springs. And Ashley steals the ball. Oh, Miami Springs regains it. Let's see. It's out. Miami Springs has possession. Doing a pretty good hustle there. Besanilla takes that ball. And it is out of bounds. No. Still in play. Still in play. All right. Ashley is taking the lead. And we're trying to grab that ball and bring it over this side. All right. All right. Angie has the ball. She has to throw it back on the field. All right. There you go. Let's see. Oh. All right. We got Mayeli running after that ball. Let's see if she can make that into a goal. She is trying. Miami Springs is on her heels. All right, let's see. Okay, referee is asking for the ball. Let's see. All right. Looks like they're doing a tiro de esquina. Don't know how to say it in English. Corner kick.
Literally just now.
Oh. Thank you, Javier. Thank you. I'm used to watching soccer in Spanish from my dad. All right. Goalie kicks the ball. Miami Springs gets possession. But Stephanie is right there to steal that ball. Referee was blowing the whistle. All right, Miami Springs kicks the ball. And let's see, Besanilla, number 3, are on it. There's Ashley. Kiana is after it. And Stephanie comes towards the ball. Oh. Let's see. Everybody wants a piece of that ball right now. Oh, it's heading towards, and Samantha grabs the ball and kills the play. They blew the whistle again. All right, it looks like Sam came out too far. So they are going to do a kick. And Miami Springs is going to go for this goal. And it went over the net. That does not count. Game over, and the Lady Wildcats win today's game 3-2. The Lady Wildcats win 3-2.
Thank you guys for and participated in the poll. As you see, the Wildcats did win, so the 67% of you who did vote for the Wildcats are correct. If you enjoyed today's game, please consider subscribing to the Westland Wildcat TV YouTube channel. Helps us along to watch our sports videos, our school activities, and anything we live stream or upload. Also the news. If you consider subscribing, also consider turning on your post notifications so you get notified every time we turn on our post notifications. Thank you and have a good day.